and welcome to Yoga Strength. Today we're going to work on our Sun Salutation. We're going to take it step by step, add some strength elements into it. I hope you like it. Let's start by getting down on all fours in our tabletop position. We're going to start by warming up our wrists a little bit, so we're just going to move a little bit back and forth here. Going to push into the floor. And just move gently back and forth. Then we're going to bring our fingers to face the outside. And we're going to rock from side to side. Keeping our whole hand, our fingers, everything in the floor. Then we're going to add some active wrist warm up here. So when we move back, we're going to lift up our hands. Our fingers lift off of the floor. And then passively moving forward. And then when we come back, we're going to lift up. Rock back and then lift up. And rock forward. And lift. We're going to do it twice more. And last one. Nice. We're going to sit back on our heels. Lift the arms up, gently shake them out. Rock a little bit, make a little bit of circles. Maybe interlock the fingers. Roll back and forth. Nice. Place our hands again down into our tabletop position. Gonna dig our arms in. We're gonna press the floor away and we're gonna see if we can lift our knees off of the ground. We're just gonna hover them above the ground and we're gonna breathe here. And then we'll lower. And we'll get ready to lift off again, pushing the floor away, gently hovering the knees above the ground. Taking notice of what's happening in your arms, what's happening in your core, your legs, how your body is slowly activating. And come back down, or not even slowly, how it's actually really quickly starting to feel a little bit warmer. We'll do it one last time. Press into the floor, lift up your knees. Gently hover them above the ground. And when you feel ready to, we're going to push back into our down dog position. Going to move a little bit, pedaling out the legs. Just bringing some warmth into the ankles here, into the hips, and into the shoulders. Now we're going to slowly begin to walk our hands towards our feet. Bend our knees as much as we need to once we get there. And we're just going to allow the upper body to collapse. Maybe grab our elbows, rock a little bit from side to side. Then release your hands. Start walking your hands forward again. So we're going to come all the way forward into our plank pose. We're going to start to find an activation here in our arms. So we're going to press our hands into the floor. We're pushing the floor away from us. And then we're going to see if we can pull our arms down. So if you want me to show you, so we're going to push down and then back in that direction. So we're trying to get, without moving our hands, we're trying to imagine that we're pulling them closer towards the toes. And we're breathing here. And when you're ready, lower all the way down onto your belly. Now roll the shoulders back, find up into a cobra. Lower down onto the belly, push up to the knees, all the way front to down dog. When you feel ready to look forward between your palms, jump or hop your feet forward. Find your way halfway up, fingers on knees or fingertips on the floor, and then lower into your forward fold. And then this time we're going to find all the way up to standing, arms up overhead, and bring the arms down by our sides. Shake it off a little bit. Now that we've gotten some warmth into the body, we're going to start looking at a couple of transitions and a couple of things we can add on to our Sun Salutation to help us feel a little bit stronger in the poses. So find your mountain pose at the front of your mat. Maybe lift and spread your toes a little bit. Feel the ground underneath you. Feel how the weight is distributed in the legs. Maybe rock a little bit back and forth and see how the muscles in your legs react to this change of balance. What muscles are catching you when you feel like you might fall? And then find that middle, that sweet spot in the middle where weight is evenly distributed in the legs. And start activating from the ground up. Maybe with a focus on your joints, so you found that grounding in your ankle. See if you can maybe pull your kneecaps a little bit up. Activating the legs. Engage in your thighs and in your glutes. Engage in your core. Roll your shoulders back a little bit without pulling them back. Just keeping them in their pockets and maybe pulling down a little bit, finding that activation in the arms. And just taking a second here to observe the activation in your body. When you feel ready to bring your arms up overhead and bend your knees and gently fold forward. Find your way halfway up, lengthening the spine, and then bending your knees as much as you need to, placing your palms on the mat right by your toes. And we're going to push into the hands and we're going to step our right leg back. We're going to keep pushing into the mat and come back into our plank, bringing the left leg to join. Keeping that activation as we did in the start. Pushing the floor away, pulling the arms back. And we're going to step our right leg forward as far as it can come, even if it's just halfway. Bring it as far as it can come, and then we're going to keep pushing the floor away as we bring our left leg to join us. Once the leg is there, we're going to find up halfway, and then release into that forward fold. Finding all the way up to standing, arms up overhead, and folding forward. Lifting up halfway, bending your knees, placing the palms on the mat. We're going to push that floor away again, finding that activation in the shoulders and the arms. Step back with our left leg. Keep pushing the floor away as our right leg comes to join. Breathing here into the plank. Holding that activation. Bringing the left leg forward. Keeping the palms pushing the floor away as we join with the right. Bending the knees as much as we need to. We can come all the way down into a squat if that feels comfortable. Lifting up halfway once your legs are there. Coming up onto the fingertips or fingers on our hands on knees. And releasing into that forward fold. Finding up to standing, arms up overhead. And we're going to continue with our sun salutation. So we're going to fold forward, finding up halfway, bending the knees, pressing into the floor, stepping back with either leg into the plank. We're going to lower into our chaturanga, so we're going to keep that activation in the arm, come down on the knees if we need to, and lower all the way down onto our bellies. Feet come into the floor. We're going to lift up to cobra. We're going to keep pulling our hands back. And the chest is coming forward, and we're releasing. Hold that activation in your arms as you pull up to cobra. And release. This time we're going to see if we can come all the way to up dog. So we're going to push the floor away and pull it back. Maybe we're even pulling ourselves a little bit forward so the mat, you can see it, it's crumpling up underneath me. And when you're ready, we're going to push back into down dog. Nice. Once you're ready, look forward between your palms, jump or hop your feet forward, find your way halfway up, and release into that forward fold. Again, finding your way up to standing, arms up overhead, and releasing into that forward fold. Lifting up halfway, bending the knees, placing your palms on the floor. See if you can hold that activation just like we practiced. Bring one leg back and then the other. And lower down, maybe into chaturanga, maybe all the way down onto the floor. Gonna lift to up dog or down dog, pushing the floor away. Maybe we're pulling ourselves a little bit forward. And then we're gonna step back into down dog. Nice. This time we're going to focus a little bit on our down dog here. So look at your hands, see how they feel, and look maybe at your toes or your navel. Allow your head to relax. If you need to bend your knees more, feel free to do that. We're going to start activating by pushing the floor away. Hips are coming high up towards the air. And then we're going to do just like we did in the beginning. We're going to imagine that we're pulling our hands down towards our feet. So now we're really starting to feel it in our arms. And we're breathing here, using all those strong muscles. When you're ready, look forward between your palms. Jump or hop your feet forward. Try to keep your palms on the ground the whole time. Lift up to halfway and release into that forward fold. You're ready, find up to standing, arms up overhead. Release the arms down by your sides and maybe close your eyes and just allow yourself to take notice of what's happening within your body. When you're ready to open your eyes, that was what we had planned for today. Tomorrow we're going to work on a bit of lower body strengthening, so I hope you join in. Feedback, comments, more than welcome. See you tomorrow.